Imagine landing your dream job, the kind that promises a bright future, a corner office, and a boss who seems like the perfect mentor. Now imagine discovering that same boss is hiding something so sinister it could cost you everything. Welcome to Shocking Stories, where we peel back the curtain on the darkest secrets hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving into a tale about a woman whose new job turned into a nightmare when she stumbled across a secret that put her life in danger. Ever think you really know the person signing your paycheck? Buckle up, because this story will make you question everyone in charge. Let's get started. Her name was Sarah Thompson, a 28-year-old marketing assistant from Chicago, Illinois, living in a modest apartment 5 miles from the city's bustling loop. After years of grinding and dead-end jobs, Sarah landed a position at Horizon Tech, a sleek startup in downtown Chicago, known for its innovative apps. Her boss, Linda Carter, was everything Sarah aspired to be: confident, sharp, and polished, with a warm smile that put everyone at ease. Linda took Sarah under her wing, praising her work and inviting her to after-hours drinks with the team. Sarah felt like she'd hit the jackpot until a late night at the office changed everything. It was a Friday, and Sarah stayed late to finish a presentation. The 30th floor office, quiet except for the hum of computers. Linda had left early, leaving her corner office dark. As Sarah grabbed a file from the printer, she noticed Linda's desk drawer slightly ajar, a glint of metal catching her eye. Curiosity got the better of her. She tugged the drawer open, revealing a stack of old driver's licenses, passports, and Polaroids of women, all in their 20s, their faces unfamiliar but haunting. One photo had a name scribbled on the back: Karen, 1995. Sarah's heart raced. Why would her boss have this? She snapped a quick photo with her phone and locked the drawer, but the image of those faces burned into her mind. What would you do if you found something like that in your boss's office? Sarah couldn't shake the unease. Over the weekend, she searched online for Karen 1995 Chicago Missing, finding a news article about Karen Wells, a 24-year-old who vanished after a night out in the 90s. The article mentioned a string of disappearances in Chicago during that decade, all young women, all unsolved. Sarah's stomach churned. Was Linda connected to this? She confided in her coworker Jake, a tech nerd who loved true crime podcasts. Jake's eyes widened as he saw the photo of the IDs. You need to be careful, he warned. If Linda's hiding something, she's not going to like you snooping. Sarah nodded, but her curiosity was stronger than her fear. She decided to dig deeper, starting with Linda's background. Using LinkedIn and public records, Sarah found Linda's resume, a perfect career arc with jobs at top firms across the country. But something was off. There were gaps in the 90s and no trace of Linda Carter before 2000. It was like she'd appeared out of nowhere. Sarah contacted a friend, Emily, a journalist with access to newspaper archives. Emily agreed to help, pulling articles about the 90s disappearances. One name kept popping up: Linda Grayson, a woman questioned but never charged in connection to the cases. The blurry photo in an old article looked eerily like her boss. Sarah's hands trembled as she showed Jake. What if Linda Carter is Linda Grayson? She whispered. Jake urged her to go to the police, but Sarah needed more proof. Ever feel like you're uncovering a secret that could destroy you? Let's see what Sarah finds next. You ever feel like you're holding a puzzle piece that could unravel everything, but one wrong move could cost you your job, or worse? That's where Sarah was, staring at a photo of IDs in her boss's drawer. wondering if the woman she admired was a monster. A late-night discovery had turned her dream job into a nightmare, and the truth was just out of reach. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're diving deeper into a mystery that's as chilling as it gets. Ready to see what happens when Sarah gets too close? Because this story's about to take a terrifying turn. What would you do if you suspected your boss was hiding a deadly secret? Sarah's first step was to confirm Linda's identity. She asked Emily to dig deeper into Linda Grayson, the woman linked to the 90s disappearances. Emily found a 1997 court document mentioning Grayson as a person of interest in the case of Karen Wells and 3 other women who vanished in Chicago's North Side. No charges were filed, but Grayson had left town shortly after, vanishing from public records. Emily also uncovered a photo from a 1996 charity event. Grayson's face was a near-perfect match for Linda Carter, just with different hair and glasses. Sarah's heart sank. Her boss wasn't just hiding a past. She might be a fugitive. Sarah started watching Linda closely at work, noting her habits: late-night calls, sudden trips out of town, and a locked briefcase she never let out of her sight. One evening, Sarah stayed late again, pretending to work while waiting for Linda to leave. She slipped into Linda's office, her hands shaking as she picked the lock on the briefcase. Inside was a burner phone, a wad of cash, and a notebook filled with names, dates, and addresses, some crossed out, others circled, including Karen Wells. One address was in Chicago, just 3 miles from Horizon Tech. Sarah's pulse raced. Was this a hit list? She took photos of the pages, but as she closed the briefcase, she heard footsteps. Linda was back. Sarah ducked under the desk, holding her breath as Linda entered, talking on her phone in a low, urgent voice. "No, it's under control. She doesn't know anything." Sarah's blood ran cold. Was Linda talking about her? Sarah escaped unnoticed, but the next day, Linda called her into the office. "You're doing great work, Sarah," Linda said, her smile tight, "but don't burn yourself out staying late." The warning was subtle, but Sarah felt it. She contacted a private investigator, Maria, who specialized in cold cases. Maria confirmed the disappearances were tied to a suspected trafficking ring in the 90s, with Linda Grayson as a key figure who recruited vulnerable women under the guise of job offers. Maria warned Sarah, "If Linda's still active, you're in danger." Sarah decided to visit the address from the notebook, a rundown apartment building in Chicago's West Loop. As she parked 100 feet away, she saw a woman matching Linda's description slip inside. Was Linda meeting someone or covering her tracks? Ever feel like you're walking into a trap you can't escape? Let's see what Sarah uncovers. Maria joined Sarah for a stakeout the next night, parked outside the apartment building. They watched Linda enter, carrying a duffel bag. After an hour, she left with a man Sarah didn't recognize, his face half hidden by a hood. Maria snapped photos, but as they drove away, a black SUV followed them for 2 miles before disappearing. Sarah's phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. "Stop digging or you'll regret it." Her hands shook as she showed Maria, who urged her to go to the police. But Sarah was terrified. If Linda was connected to a trafficking ring, who else was involved? She needed one more piece of evidence. Back at the office, she noticed Linda's briefcase was gone. Had she moved it because she suspected Sarah? Ever get that sinking feeling you're in, way over your head? Let's find out how this ends. You ever feel like you're staring into the abyss, knowing one wrong step could pull you in? That's where Sarah was, caught in a web of secrets, spun by her boss, with threats closing in from every side. A drawer full of IDs, a notebook of names, and a past tied to missing women. Sarah was too deep to turn back. Welcome back to Shocking Stories, where we're about to uncover the final twist in a tale that turned a dream job into a fight for survival. Ready for the shock of a lifetime? Because this one's going to hit hard. What would you do if your boss was hiding a secret this deadly? Sarah and Maria took the photos and notebook evidence to the Chicago police, meeting with a detective, Tom, who'd worked the 90s disappearances. Tom confirmed Linda Grayson was a suspect back then, but she'd vanished before they could build a case. The notebook's addresses matched locations tied to the trafficking ring, and the man with Linda was likely a former associate, Paul Evans, who'd served time for related crimes. Tom set up surveillance around Horizon Tech, but warned Sarah to stay away from Linda. If she's still active, she's dangerous, he said. Sarah agreed, but the next day, Linda called her into a meeting, her eyes cold. "I know you've been in my office," Linda said, her voice low. Sarah's heart stopped. She mumbled an excuse and left, her hands trembling. That night, Sarah's apartment was broken into. Her laptop was gone, along with her photos of the notebook. She called Maria, who insisted she move to a safe house 20 miles outside Chicago. But before she could leave, Sarah got a call from Jake, her coworker. "Linda's acting weird," he whispered. "She's shredding documents in her office." Sarah and Maria raced to Horizon Tech, arriving at 1 a.m. They slipped inside, finding Linda alone, stuffing papers into a shredder. Sarah confronted her, holding up her phone with the notebook photos. "I know who you are, Linda Grayson," she said. Linda's face twisted. "You have no idea what you've done," she hissed, pulling a knife from her desk. Sarah and Maria bolted, running through the dark office, Linda's footsteps echoing behind them. They made it to the elevator, but Linda cut the power, trapping them on the 30th floor. Sarah's heart pounded as they raced down the stairwell, Linda's voice taunting them from above. "You can't run forever." Maria tripped, twisting her ankle, but Sarah pulled her along, reaching the lobby just as security arrived. Linda vanished into the night, but not before leaving a note on Sarah's car. "You'll never be safe." The police raided the apartment from the notebook, finding evidence linking Linda to a revived trafficking ring. She was arrested a week later, 100 miles away in Milwaukee, but claimed Paul Evans was the mastermind. Sarah quit Horizon Tech, moving to a new city, still haunted by Linda's words. The worst part? Evans is still out there, and Sarah checks her doors every night. So here's the question. Could you work for someone hiding a secret this dark? This is Shocking Stories, and we're just getting started. Hit that like button if this gave you chills, and subscribe for more heart-pounding tales. Comment below. What would you do if you found evidence like Sarah did? Share this video, because sometimes the scariest truths are hiding behind a corner office.